Hey everybody, this is the weekly forecast commencing on Monday, July the 8th, 2024. This is a very pleasurable week for most of you. Well, the sun is in Cancer, as it is every July, and in the northern latitudes, it's the middle of the summer. And Cancer is family, wanting to maybe entertain and going on holiday with your kids, with your family, or entertaining at home. That's the Cancer. But Venus is the planet of pleasure, of enjoyment, of romance. Venus is making some very powerful aspects to planets. So it's a very good week overall for most of you, because we all have our individual charts. But in general, the energy is more low-key, more enjoyable, more conducive to socializing. But before I start with Monday and look at what's going on each day, if you enjoy these kinds of videos and would like to see more of them, click like and subscribe. And don't forget to click on the notification bell so you can receive the latest postings. And if you go into the description box underneath the video, you'll find direct links to book an astrology reading or check out my 2-question offer. All right, Monday, July the 8th. The moon is in Leo. The moon captures the emotional tone and reactions of the general public. Leo is extroverted, it's outgoing, it rules children and romance, it's very playful, it wants to enjoy life. So it is a good lunar cycle to really jumpstart the week. Mercury, discerning Mercury, decision-making Mercury, will be in a sextile, that's positive opportunities, a 60-degree angle to Jupiter. Mercury deals with more the details of the mind, and Jupiter deals more with the bigger picture. Mercury, we look at short distance traveling, quick trips, weekend trips. Jupiter, more long trips, international trips. So they're two sides of the same coin. Mercury also deals with your early school years, and Jupiter deals with the university years. Now, having Mercury and Jupiter in harmony, it's really favorable for traveling or making travel plans, making educational plans, maybe doing some publishing and updating your website. It's certainly good for brainstorming, making long-range plans, and just Mercury also is the mind. And Mercury with Jupiter, you're going to be feeling very optimistic. And Venus, pleasure-seeking, sociable Venus, creative Venus, will also be sextiling positive opportunities to eclectic, progressive Uranus. Now, Uranus rules Aquarius. So Aquarius is with friendships, group activities. Venus is that sociable energies. So this is a very good transit, Venus to Uranus, to make new friends, to get involved with a social group, do some networking. But Uranus can also represent the unexpected. And with Venus, there could be an unexpected attraction, an infatuation, or an out of the blue, there's the Mercury-Jupiter, where you're getting an offer to go to a party or go to some kind of event. And with the moon in Leo and the Mercury with Jupiter, a really good day. Now, on Tuesday, as the night began, or the day began at midnight, the moon had already just went into void of course. And the moon goes void of course until 6:47 a.m. Pacific time. I talk about this every week. When the moon is no longer making aspects to other planets, so there's no activity, and it's just waiting to change signs. So once it changes signs, then it starts interacting with other planets again. So the moon void, of course, it's unproductive, the energy is flat, it's okay to continue what you've been doing, stick to your routine, really good for introspection, really good for resting, but you always want to avoid launching, beginning important new projects, because if you did a horoscope for the moment you launch that project and the moon's void, of course, the energy is flat. So at 6:47 a.m. Pacific time on Tuesday, the moon goes into Virgo. Virgo is this work-oriented, service-oriented, sensible, practical, and Virgo is an earth sign, and the sun in Cancer is a water sign. So the sun and the moon are in harmony. That makes, so there's less challenges and overall frustrations. Everything just moves more easily. But Wednesday is going to be the best day for business, for any kind of financial matters, or for starting a new project, a new job, or accomplishing some important new projects, because not only is the moon in work-oriented, detailed-oriented, analytical Virgo, the sun in Cancer, water sign, will be trining or in harmony with pragmatic business Saturn in Pisces, a water sign. When the sun is in harmony with Saturn, at least emotionally, it's a day feeling more secure, more grounded. But Saturn has a lot to do with business and finance, and that sun in harmony with the Saturn, the moon in Virgo in harmony with the sun in Cancer. A very favorable day to accomplish important goals, start new projects, negotiating business deals. Thursday, as the moon continues for most of the day in work-oriented Virgo, Venus, pleasure-seeking, creative, loving Venus, will be trining or in harmony with Neptune. Neptune is this, when it's positively aspected, Neptune is inspiring, it's altruistic, it's empathetic, it's healing energy, spiritual energies. It's all the best qualities of Neptune. Now here's Venus for the day. Relational, pleasure-seeking, creative Venus is in harmony with the Neptune. Now that can be a creative peak for an artist, or if you attended a concert, a movie, you could be swept away with the magic, the creative magic with the Venus-Neptune, especially with music with the Neptune. But you could be falling in love, or you could be just attending a party, and it would be very sociable, very friendly. So it's a romantic peak, it's a creative peak, and it can be very compassionate. The moon will leave Virgo. It won't go void, of course, maybe a minute, I can't remember now, very little time. But it'll immediately shift into Libra at 7:06 p.m. Pacific time. Virgo's very work-oriented. Libra is very sociable. Libra is always the mediator, looking for the happy medium, wanting to people please. But with the moon in Libra for Thursday evening and the love planet Venus with altruistic Neptune, very romantic energies. On Friday, the moon continues in relational, sociable Libra, but Venus, that is associated with Libra, because Libra is about relationships, Venus is the planet of relationships. Venus will be in opposition to Pluto. Now, there's the upside and the cautious side. The upside is your desires of Venus is in opposition. That means interacting with somebody else. That's a relationship dynamics, and Venus is the relationship planet. In the positive with Pluto, you may be feeling this compulsive energies of, did I meet the one? You could be feeling so triggered and connected and romantic. Sticking with the positive, but segueing into the cautious, Pluto can represent things that are hidden. It rules the underworld, it rules secrets. But having the more positive side of Venus opposite Pluto, that's this having a heartfelt discussion and really talking about exposing all your inner fears and secrets to bring so much more intimacy into a relationship. What you need to be careful about is Pluto can represent secrets, and you might be finding out that somebody you are working with, best friends, your loving partner, has a secret, and you could be discovering it. And then that Venus, or maybe you have the secret. Either way, then there could be these intense passions that are erupting because of secrets being revealed for Friday. But late afternoon, Pacific time, with all that drama, but could be a lot of meeting your soulmate. The moon in harmonious Libra will be in harmony, a trine to optimistic, expansive Jupiter. So things that have been hidden are being revealed in your personal life. And then the moon Jupiter, late afternoon for an hour or two, would bring a lot of more support, more understanding, trying to find a middle ground. And all of that could be very positive for starting a deeper, richer, more intimate relationship. Saturday, the moon continues in Libra. Mid-afternoon, around 3 p.m. Pacific time, the moon will form a square or in hard angle to the sun in Cancer. This moon, difficult with the sun, often is testing relationships. Or the positive, in a way, is the sun is bringing light to any kind of habits and unconscious patterns of the moon, especially with relational patterns. And the sun, so you either feeling the struggle or you are bringing light and wisdom, and then you can start working. And that might be triggering the moon void of course in relational Venus, or Libra, at 3:49 p.m. Pacific time. Because if you are off, you're not on the same page with a close friend, with your partner, with a lover, and then the moon goes void of course, that is a time of best for introspection, reflection, like what is going on, but not time, but you certainly wouldn't break up if you got bad news, because the moon's void of course, you don't have all the information. But the moon void of course, from 3:49 p.m. Pacific time, Saturday, continues void of course till Sunday morning the next day. So Saturday night, keep your expectations low. Just go with the flow. Don't try to do anything new and different. And just kind of coast. On Sunday, the moon is still in void of course in sociable Libra until 7:53 a.m. Pacific time, at which time the moon leaves kind of fair-minded, balancing Libra and goes into dark, brooding, introspective, private Scorpio. Moon in Libra, everybody wants to socialize. When the moon goes into Scorpio, in many ways you just want to be left alone. You want to be by yourself. Maybe you want to do some soul searching. Scorpio can also rule the occult. You could have a psychic reading. You could have an astrology reading. That could trigger a lot of reflections. Mid-afternoon, around 3 p.m., 4 p.m. Pacific time, with now the moon in all or nothing intense Scorpio, will be in a square or a difficult angle to Venus. The moon has these emotional needs, but it's not getting them met with Venus, your love needs. Now, that could be where you're off track, you're feeling frustrated and disappointed, and with the moon in Scorpio, maybe you brood, maybe you keep it all to yourself. The good news is this only lasts for an hour, 2 at the most, mid-afternoon Pacific time. I want to thank you for watching. If you like information on how to book an astrology reading or check out my 2-question offer, visit my website at gardino.co, that's .co. Until next week, be safe and well.